Hey, what's up guys? Rob Richards here for True Performance Nutrition, and on today's little video workout I'm going to take you guys through the ab routine that I'm doing in the run-up for my first competition back in the UK since 2006. I'm going to do the UK BFF Men's Physique, currently 4 weeks out, so this is the abdominal routine that I've been doing every morning after about an hour of LISS training, low intensity steady state, usually on the elliptical or the bike. So this is done on an empty stomach, fasted, don't have any food. And guys, I really wouldn't worry about losing muscle mass during the cardio stage. As long as you're having enough protein, enough calories throughout the day, and they're split into at least 3-4 hour segments, you're not gonna lose any muscle mass during that hour of training. Also, make sure you take Ripped. If you haven't been using it, you can get a free sample at trueperformancenutrition.com. So I don't think there's anything left to say except to start the ab workout. So 4 weeks out. So the ab routine, basically 4 exercises that I repeat in a circuit, 30 repetitions each. I start off segmenting the abs by defining them as lower abs, upper, some lateral, and rotation. So each of these exercises is targeting a specific portion of the abs, and I like to start off getting the upper abs just because this is something we always do with crunchers, so I start on this one now before moving on. First exercise, decline abdominal crunches. Now you can really hear my breathing over exaggerated. As you've seen in my other videos, it's all about breathing when it comes to abdominals, to really contract that diaphragm, squeeze the abdominal muscles around here, and you get that deep contraction. So I'm really crunching at that final breath out. When my abs are at their tightest, that's when I squeeze them and then bring my shoulders up and forwards. No need to take the body through that entire range, going all the way down, bringing the shoulders back up. The abdominals aren't fully contracting except like from here to there. Pretty small range of movement. 30 repetitions on there. Slow it down, focus on your breathing. Not just breathing like that, I mean breathing from the gut. And then crunch, squeeze. Breathe in as you open back up. I do that for the upper abdominals, 30 of those, and I move straight on. So using a dumbbell or a plate, put this behind me. Squat down just a little bit. Knees are soft, my toes are pointing out. I'm leaning back slightly here. Straight away, swap over to the opposite arm, and I'm pulling with this side now. Once again, you can really hear that breathing. I'm not simply just taking the body through that range of movement, going from side to side. That's easy. Not really feeling the abs work too much there. But when I squeeze in, breathe, and really focus on connecting that muscle to doing the work, that's where I feel that contraction. Breathe in, fill the lungs with air, and then from here, I'm not going to think about pulling that weight up with my arm. It's the abdominals, the obliques, the intercostals that I'm contracting, I'm squeezing to right knee again. A little bit over, allow them to fully contract, and then as you breathe in, open them back up. So you got to coincide that breathing with that movement and the contraction. Let's move on, lower abdominals. This is something that a lot of people often find hard to develop, and the hardest part is controlling your dive. Often these are cloudy, not because we haven't got them, everyone's got the same abdominal structure, it's because they're covered by a layer of fat. So keep the cardio in, keep an eye on the diet, the foods you eat, how often, and if you do it right, you're gonna lose that layer of body fat and start to see a little bit more definition come in. But we also need to train the abdominals too. And to work the lower abdominals, it's that reverse movement of the shoulders crunching down. It's the hips tucking in. So one of my favorite exercises, hanging knee crunches, and they go like this. Slow, controlled, and once again, really coinciding that breathing with every lift of my knees. I'm not swinging my legs up and down, I'm not keeping the legs out, trying to get them as high as they can go. What I'm focusing on is the lower abdominals, putting my hips forwards. And it's that movement, that contraction of the rectus abdominis here, that is enabling me to bring that weight up. I don't need to add a dumbbell between my knees or my legs. It's going to work the hip flexors, the iliopsoas, more than my lower abdominals. So for the lower abs, whether you're doing decline leg lifts, hanging or supported knee raises, focus again on the breathing and think about contracting that muscle. It's no good if you're doing that compared to the difference it will make by breathing and squeezing the abs. Okay, final exercise, and this one is to work more of the rotation, which I find really helps bring in these oblique muscles down here, that kind of V section, and it finishes off that abdominal section. Right, so what we need for the obliques is either a broomstick or construct something like this. It's basically piping, it's covered up, and it's got sand in it. Fill it all the way up with sand, you've got a nice sturdy weight there. Fill it halfway, and you have more of a balance tool. So this has about 3/4 of it filled with sand. What you don't want to use is an Olympic barbell. They weigh about 20 kilograms, 45 pounds. It's going to be too much weight to rotate around like this. You need something lightweight, like a broomstick or this. Okay, rotationals. Sit up, keep the chest up high, and it's a full range of movement with some speed, but again, focusing on the breathing. I performed 50 of those, 1, 2, 3, so 25 each side. Then without any rest, revert back to the first exercise of those 30 decline crunches. Again, breathing, focusing on squeezing the ab muscles, move around until I've completed 3 circuits. Perform this 4 or 5 days a week, or at least every other day after doing some form of morning cardio. Take your ripped in the morning, take plenty of water, and then follow more of our videos on True Performance Nutrition to see how you guys can work out and even enter the brand new 30-day RIP challenge and win a chance to get some VIP tickets and join me and the rest of the team at the True Performance booth here at Body Power come May. See you guys then.